What's up guys, this is Darkbblue, a gamer who loves Souls-like games, looter games, and every game that involves build making. Dragon's Dogma 2 has been released. I, as an experienced player of Dragon's Dogma 1, have been playing the sequel for a week. So, do I have any proof that I am an experienced player of Dragon's Dogma 1? Of course. I played it for 3 whole hours before I deleted, which is much longer than most players in the world who have bought the same game. Well, that's just a joke. In fact, I am one of those who have failed to fall in love with Dragon's Dogma 1. But surprisingly, I do love this sequel, even when I have realized that there are so many drawbacks in this game. In this video, let me share with you my thoughts on Dragon's Dogma 2. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Now let's dive right into it. What are the most attractive factors of Dragon's Dogma? According to both my experience and reviews of the old series fans, I can say it should be exploration, combat, and lore. But they're not always perfect. At the beginning of my playthrough, I feel, well, exploration is fun and combat is engaging. This game does feel like a good simulator for, those isekai animations. But I need to remind you that this is not a hardcore action game, though it is produced by Capcom. In Dragon's Dogma 2, the basics for combat are character cultivation and tactic decision, while actions are only some decorations to make the combat more engaging. Since I have already known the truth of this game and thus had a proper expectation in my mind, I feel the combat is satisfying. On the contrary, lore is a disaster. I'm in no way a fan of court intrigue literature nor plain dialogue with the camera directly to the face. Not to mention that sometimes I don't even see who's speaking to me as there is only a wall in the camera. But interestingly, my feeling of the 3 aspects totally changed during my play. Indeed, exploration is fun, but I started to want more convenient transportation after going into the West Wild of Batar for 3 times. Indeed, combat is engaging, but why can I only equip 4 skills given the fact that there are 6 skill slots in Dragon's Dogma 1? And taking the Sorcerer class I've been playing as an example, it has much less spells to choose from than in Dragon's Dogma 1. I don't really understand why. However, lore goes into the opposite direction. The first time I see dragons played, it really impresses me. This is even just a game mechanic, not really a lore design, but makes the world more vivid. In summary, Dragon's Dogma 2 has so many both pros and drawbacks, and they even keep transforming into each other. It's not so simple as you have to spend some time in this game before you discover it's good. But you will keep noticing new drawbacks for no matter how long you have played. However, these elements combined together, we have a good, yet imperfect, isekai simulator. It has so many inconvenient designs to remind you that this is a simulator game rather than any common game, but it's not a simulator for an ordinary resident of the medieval. So the gameplay still focuses on exploration, combat, and teaming up, aka the most interesting part of isekai literature. I always review a game by looking at its advantages and fun, as long as there isn't a drawback that cannot be tolerated. Fortunately, Dragon's Dogma 2 is an interesting game according to this standard. Now this is how I feel as a player who has failed to fall in love with Dragon's Dogma 1. Now things are strange. If I like the sequel, I should also be able to like Dragon's Dogma 1 as they are so alike. I think there are 3 reasons why I don't. First of all, I'm not a player who thinks a game has to have very good graphics to attract me, but a game with very bad graphics does disattract me. Since Dragon's Dogma 1 is such an old game, I can really tolerate its poor appearance. After that is the early game experience. In the sequel, I have fought against both mobs and giant enemies, and after experiencing them all, this game allows me to take a cart and transport to the capital directly. There's no trash time at the game's beginning. But in Dragon's Dogma 1, I am the one to walk with and protect the cart. I have to spend so much time doing something not fun at all. This game may have much more fun to show, but it has to at least make me believe so. So I can say, although Dragon's Dogma 2 still retains so many inconvenient and unfriendly designs as in Dragon's Dogma 1, it does better in presenting its advantages to a new player, while Dragon's Dogma 1 only shows its drawbacks in early gameplay. As for the last reason, it's really simple and straightforward. I went into an underground tomb-like dungeon and died, losing lots of my progression. I didn't really like the game at the first place, so I simply deleted after that. Of course, this video is a sign to say that I will make more guide videos about Dragon's Dogma 2 in the future. You know, I'm not a lore YouTuber and I don't think there's much to say about exploration, so these videos will be about combat and vocations. Together, let's have fun in Dragon's Dogma 2. If you like my story or want to join me into depth of games, remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, see you around.